Alright, hello, good afternoon, good day. Today we're going to be creating this bevel, this trendy bevel and text effects in Photoshop. So let's just go straight into it. So first of all, what to do is just create a new document, a new canvas. Then we're going to use YouTube thumbnail size 1280 by 720 pixels. Just click OK and 200 resolution RGB. Just click OK. So you first of all you just unlock your background layer and you can create a gradient. Then a linear gradient. It's going to be a linear gradient with the angle 90, scale 100, and I'm going to align it with layer. And I'm going to change this color. Change this first color to this is the color I use. The color I use, this color, I'll copy it and I'll paste it here. Paste it here. So Ctrl C and Ctrl V works here also. Then I'm going to click on this up, this one up here, increase the opacity so that the second color will show on top here. This color I'll now I'll now make it a lighter. This is true to be like a gradient from a lighter color to a darker one. So I think it's okay like this. Alright. So what we do next, we type in our text. Click on the text to T or by pressing T on the keyboard. Pressing T on the keyboard, T. Give your text to, then you click on your canvas. Then go to type in club here. Then we're going to click on Ctrl A. I'm going to centralize it by clicking on selection to V, move to V, and clicking Ctrl A, and you align it to horizontal layer up here and vertical layers. Right. Then the main size of the text should be 350 and it should be italics. It should be also in capital letter, all caps already. Then you adjust the tracking to about 20. Then the font is Acrobat font and is in the description below. The typeface is Acrobat and the font is black. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to convert this one to a smart object just by right clicking and clicking on smart object here. Alright, then on this smart object we're going to duplicate it. Then we're going to remove the visibility of this one. Then the first one, we're going to create our drop shadow effects. Then we'll just click on the first drop shadow here. Then we'll change we'll work around it here. So the blend mode will be linear bond, the opacity 15, the angle will be 45 degrees, the distance should be 15, the spread 0, the size about 10. Then the contour should be this linear contour here, 0 noise and that. So we're going to add on that drop shadow effects, the second one. So it's going to be linear bond, opacity 15, then the angle is also 45. Then we'll take this, use global light here, distance is 50, the spread is 0, size 35, contour linear contour. Alright, so this is our shadow, our drop shadow. So I'm going to just remove the fill here, bring down the fill to 0% here. So this is the drop shadow effect, the shadow of the text. So I'm just going to Ctrl J, press Ctrl J to group it. Ctrl Z, Ctrl G to group them. So this is in a group. I'm going to name this group shadow. Okay. Alright. Then next we can go to create a bevel for this, like a border for this. So we're going to duplicate this Control J, duplicate this, then we're going to hide this one. Then for this, we're going to left click on it, double click on it, then we're going to create a bevel for this. First of all, we're going to create a bevel, then I'm going to create color overlay. So the color overlay we're going to use for this is going to be this color. So please just follow the typing on the screen so that you can see it, the words on the screen, so that you can see what I typed there. And this is just the color I use, the color code I use. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to click on bevel and engross. Bevel and engross. So in that bevel, we're going to create an inner bevel, then the technique will be smooth, and then the size will be about 303, then the direction is up, the size is 8, the angle is angle 90 minus 90, and the attitude is 32, the gauge contour is linear contour. All right, okay, I'm going to change this angle to 45 degrees. So, okay, this angle is 90 degrees. Then I'm going to change this to normal. I'm going to change this color to this color 002E59. All right, this is the color we use there. Then the shadow mode is going to be linear bone, and I'm going to take the opacity down to 0. All right, 0. This is minus 90. All right, so that's how we create this. To create this, we're going to take this opacity to up to 100. All right, so this is the first. This is the bevel effect. So this bevel effect, I'm going to take the fill to 0. Fill to 0. Make sure the fill is in 0. Then this, what we're going to do here is we're going to duplicate it like 10 times. 1, 2. Sorry, delete. Then this first one, we're going to leave it in the original position. The second one, we're going to now use our move to move it to the side a bit, just twice. Duplicate the second one, move it twice. 1, 2. Duplicate it, move it twice. 1, 2. Duplicate it, move it twice. 1, 2. Duplicate it, move it twice. 1, 2. Okay, I think we are all right here. Just let me just remove some of them. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. So I'm going to group this. Hold Control and Shift, then left click, then Control G to group them. We're going to name it border. All right, border. All right, now from the final part of this, we're going to shift this one to the right also, the left also. All right, okay. Now for the final part of this, we're going to create the surface part of it. So the first thing we're going to do here is that we're going to create the surface. Our first surface is going to be a gradient overlay. With 3 different colors. So this one is going to be normal. This one is going to be 100%. Then this is going to be, we're going to make this, delete. We're going to use 3 different colors on this here. So we're going to create one here. All right. So this one is 100%. Make sure this one is 50%. Make sure this one is 0%. All right. So On this one here, I'm going to use the color code. Alright, so first color code here, then the middle one here, the one in the middle, I'm going to use the color code, another color code for this. Alright, then for the last one here, we're going to use another color code. Please click on this one and click on 100% here, so I'll be able to see it. 100%. I'm going to use another color code here, the last color code. Alright, okay, I'm going to click on okay. Alright, then the sign, I'm going to click on align to linear and then linear 90 degrees, then the scale 100%. Alright, so we're going to duplicate this layer, duplicate, Ctrl J, then the fill of this one, we're going to take it to 0. Don't forget to take the fill to 0. Alright, this one we're going to clear layer style. Again, we're going to create a new pattern here. Then we're going to create gradient overlay here. Now the gradient overlay is different from that one. We're going to change this one to linear dodge add, then the opacity to about 35%. Then the gradient, we're going to delete this one here, then this one we're going to bring it to 50%. I'm going to bring it to make sure it's white, it's all white. And then this one is going to be 50%, 50, and the location is going to be 50. Okay. Delete this one. Then this one, the location is going to be 50. Alright. Okay. Sorry, this one is going to be also white, all white. Then this one, the location is going to be 50. The opacity is going to be 0%. So 0. Alright, the location is going to be 50. Okay. And the location is going to be 50. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we have this here right now. So the fill, we're going to take the fill down to 0. The fill to 0. Alright. I'm going to add a stroke to this stroke layer to this, and the stroke is going to be inside and take the opacity down to 0. Then the color here is going to be black. Alright, so I'm going to bring it the opacity to about 7, the size of about 7. Alright, so what we do next is 7, or to take it down to 5. Okay, I think 5 is okay. Then we're going to duplicate this layer. You can right click and click on duplicate layer. Right, click on OK. Then we're going to clear this layer style. Alright, then one more thing we're going to do here, we're going to remove the fill here, move the fill here down to 0. Then here we're going to take the stroke, we're going to make the stroke to be white, and the stroke should be outside. Alright, stroke to be outside, and the opacity to be 100%. Alright, so take it down to 3. Let it be smaller. Alright, so this layer now, I'm going to shift it across. Here. So this is how you just create your bevel effect. This is not really alright. Let's look at this. This is okay. So I'm going to check the shadow. make sure the shadow angle is 45 degree. 45 degree. Okay, 45 degree. Nice. So we have created this bevel effect. Let's move this one a bit to the left. So this is it. Succeeded in creating this. So this is this and this. No much difference. No, the edges are not smooth here. So you can just decide to align the borders very well to be so that it can be smoother. The borders be very well. I think let's turn off this. Let's group this first one. Limit surface. Surface. Okay. Then we're going to remove this surface. Then the border. We're going to move all of this one, of this one, of this one, this one, this one. So the first one, I'm going to move it a bit closer. Okay. The second one, we're going to move it a bit closer. Okay. The third one, we're going to move it a bit closer. Alright. Okay. Go to on the opal. Alright, so we have this. If you want the thing to be thick, you can just add a little bit a more borders. Alright, so this is it and this is it. So it's very simple. It's not too hard. So you can use this in any of your projects. I've used this in my projects. I've used this here and I've used this here also. So you can use it. So thank you for watching and see you next week.